Cool. Yeah, so we had the idea of changing the, oh, I'm gonna share my screen. We had the idea of changing how the fixtures get generated, right? So that they are done in parallel, because right now they are a bit of a bottleneck for our pipelines. They take like 15 minutes every time, and we have to wait for them, especially on the front end side. They make our tests quite slow because we have to wait for them to run before any of the front-end test nodes. So you had some ideas, and I wanted to hear maybe what you're talking about. I don't know this knapsack tool, and I don't know much about how the test levels work. So if you can explain to me, that'd be great.
Yeah, so yeah, first of all, thanks for jumping on this because it's been a long time that we are aware that the front-end fixture job is a bottleneck job in our pipelines. And so as you can see in the issue, like the previous idea, I mean, the current ideas was basically to check in the fixtures instead of regenerating them every time. But I think parallelizing the generation is a good first step. It can be a temporary step, but it can also be seen as just an improvement that we would keep. So yeah, basically, I had the idea of reusing knapsack. So knapsack is a gem that we use for parallelizing all the RSpec jobs. And what it does is that it takes a list of like it takes a pattern and with this pattern it generates like the list of files of test files that it will need to run, and then given the number of nodes that you give it to knapsack, so basically the parallelized keywords in the CI config, given this number of just spread all the test files, so it's per file, the distribution, it will spread it among all the nodes of the jobs.
So it assumes that
and
files
yeah,
more or less the same effort, right? So it just takes file by file, something like that.
yeah. So basically, obviously it's a bit more like intelligent in the sense that after RSpec has run, so knapsack is basically a wrapper. So you call that knapsack, knapsack, yeah, and then it runs itself RSpec. But then at the end, it records the timings for each file. And then we have, so each job will regenerate like a JSON file with the test and the time it took to run. And then we have in the post-test stage, we have a job that merges all the JSON reports so that it generates a big report of all the test file with all the timings. And then for the next run of knapsack, so the next pipeline, basically, it will reuse this this master report, and so that it will actually distribute evenly all the test files among the nodes. So yeah,
awesome. Okay,
based on the timings.
Cool.
So yeah, so basically my idea was that since the front-end fixture rec task is basically just running RSpec with a few arguments, I think we could easily adapt it to use knapsack, as we do for all other RSpec jobs. And yeah, basically I've put all the steps that I thought of here.
So
yeah,
cool. So let me see. So the first one you mentioned is that we want to add front-end fixtures type to the quality test level.
Yeah.
I already opened the file. So you can see. So yeah, so here we have the test levels. So here we have like different test levels, migrations, background units.
So
So we
yeah.
add it at the bottom or around here maybe.
Um,
Something that says fixture.
yeah, it doesn't matter really. So yeah, basically this class is can do two things, but basically it's used in a CI config because we also split the RSpec test files per type. So like unit, integration, system, migration, because we want, because so that, yeah, the idea is that we can parallelize per type instead of parallelize everything, like all the RSpec files
And
in
this
a big batch.
and this includes only
So
RSpec files, right? Or is it including also other like the jest files?
no, it's only RSpec files, yeah, for the moment.
Okay, so I see that I could add fixtures here, let's say, or maybe let's say front-end fixtures. Be more precise.
Yeah, let's do that.
Front-end fixtures, and then I add the directory. Is this correct? I see that
Yeah.
also it repeats, so I also have it here. So I don't know if that would be a problem.
Yeah. So yeah, the front end one. Yeah, that's interesting. So I think we will need to make sure that the front-end fixtures one is detected first.
I don't know if
because I think we have the same problem with.
yeah, sorry. So I don't know if we have the same any other RB files here though in the front end. Sorry, because everything is
Yes,
as far as I remember.
But that's interesting that front end is included in the unit test level. I think it's in the unit one. If you scroll up a bit.
Yeah, I think yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So I hope that we don't run the front end fixtures test in the current unit test jobs. Otherwise, that would be a waste. But yeah, that's a separate problem.
So you think it's running twice right now?
Yeah, maybe.
Oh, no way.
I'm not sure.
Okay.
We should check that. I will check that as a follow-up. Yeah.
Sure.
So yeah, let's ignore that for now. And yeah, if you scroll down a bit, we have a few methods that, yes. So as you can see, for instance, the migration. Yeah, if you look at the level 4 method, yeah, this one, there is, so for the migration and background migrations, I think we have the same problem in the sense that, as you can see, some background migrations are under the lib, like spec lib folder. And if we don't detect them first, they would be detected as unit tests. So basically, we'll do the same for the front-end fixture detection. We'll make sure it's above the unit. Yeah,
so we want
exactly like that.
Right. And then it would be front-end fixtures, right?
Yeah, the key. Yeah.
And then we want to run front-end fixtures?
Yeah, front-end fixtures, yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, basically it's based on the folders in the constant above. It generates a regex, and this regex is used to specify the type based on the test file that is given, basically.
Okay.
So I think that should be all that we need to change in this file. Obviously, there will be tests to add, but we can probably do that later.
Okay. So this file is tested itself. This
yeah.
Okay, I guess we can do it later.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So maybe it makes sense to put this first. I don't know, just to make it a little bit more.
Yeah. Yeah. Why not? Yeah.
Okay.
Good. So now we are able to detect so basically yeah, so the steps yeah, the steps are good. So yeah, basically there's I didn't put it in here because there's no change to make, but basically in the spec helper.rb file, we are setting the test type based on the file path using this class. So basically we are, yeah, if you look at spec helper, maybe that will be easier to understand. Yeah, this one. If you scroll a bit, it's in the yeah, derive, just there above, derive metadata. Yeah, this exactly. So as you can see, we are setting the level metadata based on, yeah, it's in the line 94, this one. So based on the location, we are setting the level or the type. So exactly what we just worked on before. And that will allow later in the CI config file to like specify the tag and passing the type. So it will be front-end fixture in that case. So yeah, that would be actually the next step, I think. If you look, yeah.
Overall front-end.
Yeah.
Okay. So just started open.
Yeah. So basically now the goal will be to we already have an helper to run test files in parallel very easily just with one line call. So yeah, we will replace this line, the reg task. We won't use the reg task anymore. And we'll use the rspec helper, like the rspec, I think it's called rspec parallelize or something like that. If you look at the steps.
rspec.
Yeah, we have a bash function to actually wrap the rspec in the knapsack call.
You said we could find it in Rails, right?
Yeah, we can find it there.
rspec parallel.
Yeah, rspec, exactly.
So I'm gonna grab this and see where I was. So I want to say rspec. The tag would be.
So with the tilde in front of the tag, it will exclude this. So we want to exclude the quarantine test and also the geo tests because geo tests could be matched. Like for the front-end fixture, it won't match. But for instance, we could geo test could be or could have the type unit type. So if we just pass the tag unit, it could also match the geo tests.
Yeah.
But we are running the geo test in specific jobs. So in other jobs, we want to exclude those. So for this one, we don't really care, but we can keep the exclusion of geo. It's fine.
So you
but yes, so and
you would only include. So I would said we want to include the front-end fixture then? Is it like this?
Yeah, yeah, that would be the idea. Yeah.
Content fixtures. I don't feel we would need then to exclude other things because this one is already pretty.
Yeah. So I think we can keep the exclusion of quarantine because
Okay.
we could have quarantine
Okay.
tests in the future, but for geo and level migrations, I agree that we could probably remove those.
Okay.
Because we shouldn't, yeah,
Yeah, we make
shouldn't match any.
some glitchy fixture.
Exactly.
Okay.
So yeah, we can keep that.
Okay, good.
Cool. So if you want, we can take a look at the what the aspect parallelized job is doing as well.
Oh, okay.
So you can find this. Yeah. So this function, it's in the rspec helpers.sh.
Rspec helpers.sh.
Yeah, this one exactly.
Okay.
Yeah. So it does a few things, but basically it's oh yeah, so maybe that will be no, it should be fine. Yeah, so basically it sets a few environment variables that Knapsack is using.
Mm-hmm.
As you can see, it's specifying like the report path for Knapsack.
Mm-hmm.
But this path will be generated from the job name, so it's fine. We don't have to change anything.
Okay.
Yeah, this one. Then the important part is the knapsack test file pattern. Yeah, this one. So this one is important. So it's again reusing the test level class that we changed before, and this time it's generating the globe pattern from the test level. So for this one it will be the front-end fixture level, and it will generate the pattern that Knapsack is using itself to generate its list of files that it will need to spread, to distribute. And then the rest, yeah, so there's this part about EE specific files. I've seen, I don't know, maybe a cat or so yeah, it handles as well the EE specific files. And basically at the end, there's the actual knapsack aspect call. This one, this is the actual, yeah.
Okay, and here
of aspect.
And then let me see. So it receives, so here we pass some arguments to it, that it's
yeah, so we
pictures, and then this is taken over here in the tag.
So yeah, these arguments are the aspect ops. So these are yeah, actual aspect options.
Okay.
So basically we are, so the strange thing that you can see is that we are like passing the tag for the support, for the test level. And we are also kind of passing the pattern for knapsack. So you could think that it's kind of duplicates, but actually, I think if I recall correctly, it's for performance reasons. Otherwise, I think RSpec would have to, if we don't pass the tag, I think RSpec would have to like make the list of all the test files.
Right.
Needlessly, like it would take more time. So basically passing the tag is already filtering a lot of files. Right. So that's why we have both the tag and the knapsack patterns, I think. But yeah, we don't have to care more than that at this point. Right. The helper should work fine.
Good.
Do we need to? Oh, I think yeah. There's one more thing. If you look back at the helper, I think it extracts the test level from the job name. Yeah.
Yes,
So as you can see, yeah, just above like line 99.
Okay.
This one. So as you can see, it takes the job name. So for instance, below there's an example like we name our jobs RSpec space unit. So that means that our front-end fixture job should now be named like RSpec, then space, and then front-end fixtures.
Okay.
Because this is the level that is used by, you know, in later.
Yeah.
So the job name is important in that case.
Yeah. Yeah.
So we'll have to rename the job.
Okay. Okay. So the job name here is called front-end fixture space.
So this one is like a shared job. Is like a,
okay. So it's more like
a job that is yeah. This one will need to be renamed.
It would be renamed to RSpec. I don't know. Space?
Then a space. Yeah. Yeah. We need a space. And then front end, so it needs to be the key that's used in the test level class. So yeah, I think that's this one.
Interesting.
Did we prioritize it in the test level? I don't remember. Was it front end fixture or front end fixtures?
Okay. I think it's fixtures, but it's going to confirm. Yeah, front end fixtures.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah. Do you prefer front end?
So yeah, maybe we should make it yeah, like that without the S to be consistent.
Yeah.
Cool.
See, I don't
so
nice. That doesn't need to be changed. That would need to be changed here.
Yeah.
The tag content fixture.
Exactly.
And here we want to say fixture.
Right.
This is interesting. I don't know if we want to keep the same name here. I'm just gonna add a number.
Yeah, we can keep the same. I think that's fine.
Okay. So let's do.
Yeah, it's okay. Yeah, for this one. So we may also want to rename this one the Asifos job.
Content fixture, and then how is this? Is it like a pattern? Or?
I think the Asifos should be separated by a space as well. Yeah, like that. Yeah, I think that should be fine. And I think we will also need to make sure that any reference to this job is renamed as well in other CI config files.
Right.
So for instance, there are some jobs that specify the front-end fixture as a dependency.
Right.
So you can do a search in the GitLab CI folder.
Yeah.
You know.
Let's see if I can get like this. So this one was called front-end fixtures. And then we have the needs.
Exactly.
This one is referring to artifacts.
So this, yeah. So with this one, we don't care. It's the artifacts name, so I think we can keep that.
This is more stands for things we didn't change, and then here is important ones. So here,
yeah, these ones.
So here we want RSpec front-end fixtures. I think that's it, right?
Yeah, without the S at the end, I think.
Oh yeah. So here we said separate by space. Are we sure about this?
Yes.
I see that in the Rails jobs, Asifos runs with the So the names of the jobs are like this, so I'm not sure.
Yeah, but it's so the thing is that it's fine if it's with the third part of the job.
Ah,
So basically the first part is the test engine. So we don't, so for this one we don't care, it's just use in the name of the report, I think.
Okay.
But the second part is important because it's the test level, so it needs to be separated. And the third part, it's in the helper, it's supposed to be like the PG version, I think. But it's the same, it's also used in the report name, so it's not important, this one.
Okay.
So yeah, we need to separate with a space in this case.
So here I'm gonna say front-end fixture, and then here front-end fixture, and last lazy. So right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Good.
fine.
I think we don't have, yeah, we don't have any more like this. And then we said, yeah, parallel. We said we want to add the parallel keywords to the front-end fixture space. Base. So we want to say here parallel. I don't remember the how to use parallel.
Just give it a number like 2.
So,
yeah, that's it.
Think about that. Yeah. So make this. This doesn't need to be timed. This one, or it's already timed inside.
Yeah, I think it's already timed. Yeah.
Yeah, makes sense. Yeah. Okay.
And we don't actually. I think our spec will report the time. So.
Yeah, right.
It's fine.
Good. We have to save knapsack reports with an artifact. That would be the same as we do it here, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's to make sure that the artifact is saved and then can be merged into the final knapsack report.
So we will say here, right?
Yeah. Yeah, that's.
Is the same artifact inside the same artifact?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
It's fine like that, yeah.
And then we make sure the knapsack master reports includes the time for the front-end fixtures, add front-end fixtures to this one here.
Yeah. So it's in the update tests metadata. So basically this job runs only on master pipelines. And as you can see, we are specifying the dependencies, and the dependencies keywords specify the jobs from which we want to retrieve the dependencies, like the artifacts. Because by default, a job will retrieve the artifacts from all the previous jobs in the pipelines. Right. And in that case, we don't want, like, we want to just restrict the artifacts we retrieve for this job.
Good. Are you happy?
This, and so do we actually need the asifos? No, we don't need the asifos actually, I think, because the front-end fixture one already includes, yeah, should already include all the tests, CE and EE tests. So that should be, yeah, should be fine.
I would say maybe goes here. We said, yeah.
Or maybe just above unit. Yeah, true. Yeah. Yeah, I think that's it.
That's it. Wow. I would have never done
Yeah.
by myself. Okay, so let's just check what we did. So we replaced um, yeah, the dots, the hidden job, the front-end fixture job, the script here. We added parallel. We added the knapsack as an artifact. And then we renamed this front-end fixture. And we rename the ASIC post to front-end fixture. And then we changed some dependencies in some places. Yeah, I guess it's like 3 or 4, like the jest and karma and so on. And then we have front-end fixture as a dependency of the metadata. This metadata is the times. Yeah, the times like knapsack and so on. So this is what merges all the durations of the times. This is what you
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then yeah, and then we created this new level, front-end fixtures, that runs before the unit test. Good. So
I think we forgot one more thing.
Okay.
In the CI config, we need to make sure that we source the rspec helpers.sh file so that the function is available. So let's make sure about that, because I don't think we do in the front-end job by default. So we can look at the Rails one and see how we do that. Yeah, you can see in the base script above, like line 15.
Yeah.
We are sourcing this file. So we need this line basically.
Do you want to?
So we need to have this line so that will make the rspec parallelized job function available.
Do you want to load the base script, or we just load this one?
Oh yeah, we actually also need to install the knapsack gem. So the thing is that the base script. So maybe we should name it. Let's duplicate the lines, I would say. And I can take the refactor of all of this later if need be. But the thing is that the YAML anchors cannot be shared among files, between files. So we won't be able to share this array of lines between different files.
Okay, but
so for now, you can just inline the lines.
Oh, yeah, we're already doing these too. So it's already.
Yeah, because these are required for tests that needs GitLab running basically.
Source the rspec helpers, and I'm gonna say with base scripts. Oh.
Cool. Yeah, exactly.
Good. Okay.
Yeah, I think now it's should work.
Awesome. Okay. It's content. No, I don't know if I'm gonna do it now. No, suck. Okay. Ooh. What are the odds that this will work in the first try?
Yeah.
50-50?
I know. I'm pretty confident, but there's always something that I forget. So at least I'm glad that we have these helpers. As you can see, there wasn't a lot to change to parallelize this job, so that's
impressive. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
And
quite
it
useful.
depends on our spec. I think if we wanted to parallelize something in JavaScript, I'm sure, like in Jest, I'm sure we would have a lot more work.
So we did add parallelization to Jest in the last month. So it was Albert that worked on that.
Okay.
But I think he basically like re-implemented what Knapsack is doing. But maybe without the report. Yeah.
Hey, here we go. Founder Karma. I forgot one. Karma. Where is that? This doesn't exist. Sorry, I'm say. Undefined needs. This one doesn't exist. Why? Did I rename it wrong?
Oh. Yeah, maybe the name is wrong.
I'm gonna say this. Front-end fixture. So this one is front-end fixture, and this one is front-end fixtures. Okay, so let me now search for this. Okay. Is there any front-end fixtures left? No. Good.
Cool. What's the comma for in your comment?
Excuse me?
You type the git comma, and then
the comma is in it's an alias. It's just an alias. I learned that trick from a former manager. So I just have these aliases. And the comma always, it's very easy to trigger the autocomplete. So I have like GDK aliases.
I see.
And some git aliases.
Because you can also actually define git aliases. So git support aliases, so you can define aliases, and then I think the autocomplete would also work.
Yeah, perhaps. But
with a space.
But I also create aliases for GDK, and it's easy to remember the comma fixture. Yeah. Will this still work?
Yeah, that's clever.
Or did I change that? I think the documentation. Let me think, because this is not going to work anymore, right? Fixed rake front-end fixture.
This will work locally. I mean, we didn't change the rake task, so it will still work the same. It's just that on the CI we won't use it anymore.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's running.
Cool. So I think it will be a bit long because we first need to compile the assets, the test assets, I think.
Yeah, but then at least we can see this. It's already there in parallel.
Or maybe it's just waiting for the. Actually, I think it will just wait for the setup test env job. Yeah, probably.
For this one.
Yeah, I think it's waiting for this one.
How is that defined? With the needs? Yeah, same also.
Yeah.
Content space.
Needs. Oh yeah, it's also. It needs the test assets.
So that one is already. No. Test them, compile test assets, and there's another one. Oh yeah, I see. And this one is interesting. Um, Perhaps we don't need to run this one unless the pipeline is marked as a cost, the merge cost.
Yeah, so we have specific rules. So maybe we can look at that if you want. If you look at the rules.yaml or something like that, it's under the GitLab CI folder. Rules. Yeah, this one. So if you look at maybe you look at frontend first, the frontend file, frontend CI, yeah, this one, just to see the rules that are used. Yeah, so as you can see in the RSpec frontend fixture job, we are extending the frontend rules, default frontend jobs, just the line above. Yeah, this one.
Default.
So you can, the rules one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so you can search for this key. Yeah, so basically here we are defining, so this file is defining all the rules that are used in our jobs. So for this one, as you can see, it will not run on the CE pipelines. It only runs on the EE ones.
Mm-hmm.
That's the first rule. Then the second one, it will run on the security merge request if any files match the patterns specified in the code backstage patterns. And it will also run for if the title includes the as if false text.
But I see,
and
I see scheduling in this pipeline. So does that mean that it will run?
Yeah, it will run, and that was actually the last line in the rules set. This one. So every time we modify any CI config, it will run these jobs. It's just to make sure that the CI config is working. It's still working. So in that case, we want to run as many tests, as many jobs as we have, basically, almost. Really, to make sure that nothing is breaking.
This tool is driving me nuts. I want to remove them so much because they get on the way, especially here. It's like, and then you have to get out and.
So I think setup test time is usually taking like 9 minutes these days.
Okay.
And compile test assets, probably the same, approximately.
Sure. I think if you want, we can go offline now. And I think,
I think
tweaks, right, that we do. Good.
Yeah, I think that's the bulk of the work. So maybe there will be some fine tuning, but yeah, basically that's what is needed, I think.
Great. Okay. Well, thanks a lot.
Right.
Thanks a lot.
Less than an hour.
Let's
really
see.
Nice work.
Yeah, we made it in less than an hour. It's amazing. Good. Thanks a lot.
Yeah. Thanks for the idea, and yeah, that was fun. And see you around for having the merge request merge.
Sure. I'll ask you for review. Normally, who should I ask for review? I ask you and maybe another reviewer, or?
No, for the CI config, it's mostly the engineering productivity team. So someone from my team.
Okay.
Yeah. So I will be happy to review it.
All right. Thanks. Stop the recording.